Welcome back everyone. Today we're checking out the Ridgid 18 volt brushless 7¼ inch circular saw kit. This will be model number R8658K. Included in this kit is a circular saw, a single battery rapid charger, one 8-amp battery, a 7¼ inch 24 tooth carbide blade, and a tool bag. To start, let's check out the build quality. The majority of the body will be your standard bright orange plastic. We have a rubber grip on the main handle and a magnesium alloy construction for the upper and lower guard, as well as the base plate. Speaking of the base plate has an overall length of 13 inches and is about 6 inches wide. Installing the blade is simple and a straightforward process. You will find an onboard wrench on the underside of the saw. The spindle lock is found on the top of the saw, and I've noticed if you use a secondary handle as an anchor for your hand, it makes pressing in the spindle lock significantly easier. Next up, we'll take a look at the vacuum hose attachment. The hose attachment comes pre-installed and accepts hoses with a diameter of 1¼ to 1 7/8. The manual states to only use the hose attachment if you intend to run the saw with the hose. If you're not using a hose, removing the attachment can simply be done by removing the single T20 screw. Pro tip, so you don't lose your screw, just screw it back into place after removing the vacuum attachment. I found reattaching the vacuum attachment a bit tricky due to the notch on it. However, if you drop the attachment into the cavity and slide it into place laterally, it'll line everything up and slide perfectly into place. While we're here on this side, let's check out the depth gauge. So with the 7¼ inch blade, we have a max cutting depth of about 2½ inches. The lever lock is a single-handed pressure mounted lock. You'll notice here on the inner edge of the unit an indicator. This indicator helps you line up with the markings on the inner depth gauge. We do have markers here at the 0, quarter, half, 1, 1½, 2, and the 2½ inch marker. Moving to the front of the unit, we find our bevel angle, once again featuring a single-handed pressure lock. The bevel angle can be adjusted from 0 to 50 degrees with clear indicators along the entire band for accurate results. One thing that I do like is that the major indicators found at 0, 15, 22½, 30, 45 and 50 degrees click and provide tactical feedback for quick and accurate adjustments. Up front here you'll also find an LED work light that will turn on when the saw is being operated. However, I found that it doesn't do much for helping as the bevel bracket actually blocks most of the light. Also on the front of the unit we find the slot for an edge guide and a lock knob. However, these are not included with this kit. Swinging to the side, we find a hinged rafter hook which easily stows away when not in use. And finally on the back side of the saw, we find our trigger with an ambidextrous trigger lock. Installing the battery is a matter of dropping the battery into the battery dock on the top side of the unit, with plenty of space available for bigger batteries down the line if and when those do become available. With the 8-amp battery installed, the tool comes in right above 12 pounds. So let's go ahead and take it outside and get some cuts. Alright, so let's check out how it did. The saw feels amazing, let me just go ahead and say that. It cuts through this wood like nothing. It's super quick, super clean, like these cuts are awesome. I know a lot of that has to do with the brand new blade, but that was set at the 45-degree bevel and it is spot on. And then fantastic clean cuts on the straight cut. So overall, very pleased with this brand new circular saw from Ridgid. The features, the adjustability, the new 8-amp battery, this thing is freaking awesome. I mean, those are probably the cleanest cuts I've ever gotten out of a circular saw. So definitely recommend this guy. As always, if you like the content, found any information useful, make sure to like and subscribe. Any questions, comments, just drop them down below and I'll answer them when I can. Bye for now, and we'll see you around for the next one.